Well, we're on to chapter 6. We are moving right along. Now, chapter 6, I've already done a little talk on it, maybe a little too much talk, but let's go right into it and see what chapter 6 is going to be about. Okay? Genesis, let's get this business going. Chapter 6. And what we get, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. Oh, guys, I didn't see it coming. Did you see it coming? I wondered when the giants were going to show up. Okay, so anyways, we're starting off with the first of the worlds, which is right here. All right, it came to pass when the men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them. Daughters are our emotions, okay? And the sons of God saw the daughters of men that were fair, and they that were fair. All right, they found that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they choose. This is this wife. This is where Eve set in and became the wife, the lower. All right. Third one. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. All right, so that's 120 years. That's a 3. All right, it's on the number 3. All right, and it says, my spirit shall not always strive with man. We haven't heard anything but that. All right, that mother's not there. Okay, that's mother is the spirit. My spirit. Okay. There were giants in the earth those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, they bore them children, and to them they became mighty men, which were old, men of renown. All right, so that's the 4th one. Now, what this is showing is that the mind and our emotions created something larger than they are, something big, something monumental. And later on, let's see what happens. Men of renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Number 6, and it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. That's here, grieved him. And the Lord said, I will destroy man from whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creepy thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. Number 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. A shiny light coming towards the ends of this. That's number 8. All right, let's continue on. All right. Oh, let's finish this up real fast. Now, this idea, did you see how fast that they just like him and hawed over the giants those days? Now, what happens is this is the introduction of religion, and that those religions, when we came about, like Jesus and Noah himself, none of us can even we cannot even perform its shadow. These guys are so much larger than life, and so much we not even Samson and Delilah or any of these guys. They're all giants, and giant is actually this idea of the man, this monster. This is the beast. You and me, our minds, going up with the bitch. and she gives the strength. The second animal, the second beast in these stories is this invention of the strange woman, and she gives power to the first beast. So this becomes like, this is the monster creating monsters. And man, whenever I'm out there all the time fishing in these places, I'm in a place where they're all talking about God and this and that and blaspheming all over the place, because that's all they can do. But what animals they become. All right, so let's keep going. That was 12. Oh, or was it? Wait. 8, 9. These are the generations of Noah. And Noah was just a man and perfect in his generation. And Noah walked with God. I remember whenever we've got Noah was 500 years old when all this stuff started happening. Okay, 500 is a long time, right? But the number 5 just represents the body part. He was just a man. He was just a man when all of this happened. Just like with you and me, we're all just men and women on this earth, and we all have been given this curse from God, and He's going to try to help us with this. Okay, so this is the one that says Noah was just a man and perfect in his generation, and Noah walked with God. Number 10. Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. This is number 11. It's talking about our body. It's talking about our skin. It's just said there's just violence in this because there's no mother. We're running around with this crazy woman. All right. And God looked upon the earth and beheld. Oh, actually, I believe that we're not on this woman yet. We are on our own devices. There is no way to forgive sins or this or that. It's just crazy. But anyways, here we go. Let's go further. And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh has come before me. Where's this at? The end of all flesh has come before me. For the earth is filled with violence, and I will destroy them with the earth. This is number 13. 13 is going to be this one right here. I'm going to destroy them with the earth. Remember, Jesus also comes to set fire to the earth, and that's a long ways away. That's the New Testament, all right? But Jesus comes to set fire to the earth, all right? It's pretty cool. All right. And God said to Noah, the end of all flesh is to come before me. That's this one. All right. Wait. End of all flesh is come before me. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Now check this out. Look where it shows up. This is number 14, representing the body. All right. Number 14 is 5. Okay. Right here. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Okay. This is gopher. It's gopher, her wood. All right. Room shall they make in the ark, and shall pitch it within and without with pitch. Number 14, this means we need darkness. This needs to be darkness. When this is going on, when you shut the door to your room, to your closet, when you build your ark, you're going to pitch it within and without. It's got to be dark. It's got to be dark. The day of the Lord's dark. All right. And now we go over here to 6:15. I'm on the right one, 15. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make it of. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, and the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. All right, now, this is number 15. This has got to represent some kind of big number. Now, let's see what happens when we add all those up. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits. That's 3. And the breadth shall be 5, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, and the height should be 3. So let's count them up again. 3, 5, that's 8, and 9, 10, 11. So it's got to be at least the size of the body. All right. And a window shall they make in the ark. This is this one here. You should make a window in the ark. Is this the right one? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. So this is the one. This has got to add up to 11. All right. Which is our body. And the length of the ark shall be 300. That's 3. And the breadth shall be 5. There's 8. 8, 9, 10, 11. See, there we are. It should be the length of your body. All right. And a window shall you make an ark. And it shall be in a cubit. Thou shalt finish it above. So, and the door of the ark shalt thou set in the side thereof, with a lower, second, and third floors shall thou make it in. Now think about this. This is the outside, then we first, second, and third floors, or first, second, and third floors, and you're supposed to put this fourth one, that one cubit before, so it's one after all these other things. So that is pretty cool. All right, so first off, it's going to have to be the length of your body, and then over here is the window shall be made in the ark, and it's a one cubit above everything else, just one. All right, and the door shall be set in the side thereof. This is where you come and go. It's through the side. You'll be putting it in your own side. That's where things come and go from here. That's where your buddy comes out. All right. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. 17, 18, 19, 20 is next. 17. And it's going to leave us with 2. And behold, behold, even I do bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. This is this one right here. This is a control number. I'm going to do this. Even I am going to do this. You are doing this. All right. 18. And with thee I will establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons and thy wife and thy son's wife and thee. This is number 9. You should come inside this thing. And of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shall bring into the ark. This one here. This is our body. This is everything. The living flesh, 2 of every sort of thing. And over here it says, and the fowls after their kind, and cattle after their kind, and creepy things of the earth and his kind. And 2 of every sort shall come unto thee to keep them alive. This is number 20. You're bringing everyone together. This is a gathering. Gather us all together. All right. And take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee and for them. And did Noah according to what God commanded him, so he did. Number 22. All right. So we are going to get the making of the ark in chapter 6. In chapter 6, you have to create this place. So all this is a beginning of our stories. We all have our works to do. And our works, he's already at 5. So he had the 6, he's finishing up his business before he can get on to entering the ark and going on to his business. Remember, he started out at 500 years old. So that means he started out as just a man, just like this story is telling us. He just started out as just a man who God loved. And he put this into him and said, this is what we're going to do. And do you notice that it showed up here where we're going to get the covenant? When everybody goes in there and you're going to get your covenant with God. This is where the rainbow bridge, this is where the Kundalini situation is coming in. That's how this is showing up. This is a symbolic story. and it never happened. You have to understand it that way, or you just don't understand the spiritual side of our Bible. This is all teaching us how to gain the Spirit or lose the Spirit. And right now, we're on an uptick, okay? Starting off with chapter 6, because that's as far as anyone can get at this particular time, because he's just building the boat and nothing has happened yet. He's been ordered to do it, and this was the plans. It even has it has to have a ground floor, and then it's got the 3 other floors and a window. It's absolutely beautiful how it is written. Those 3 or those different floors that they're talking about is Earth, which is beta conscious. We're going to leave this. You got to go into this room and shut your door. When you shut your door, that's it for this. They turn on the water. And it rains for 40 days and 40 nights and stuff like that. We haven't heard all that yet, but that's next. This is 7 probably, okay? And so we'll find that and it gets higher and higher and higher, and it gets higher than the mountains and stuff like that. So now you know that it's going to get over 7. It's definitely going to go over 6, okay? But, unbeknownst to anyone else, this is just Noah and his family going up. There is no one else being brought aboard this boat. Just Noah and his family. There is nobody else. There's no strangers or nothing. And that's how these stories work. It's only if the person that's reading the story takes over the particular person. Like right now, it is you and me are learning how to be Noah and how to relieve God's curse on the land, so that we can now go and meet up with Mother and take over things and kick the bitch to the curb. All right? That's what it's about. That's what the whole point of the Bible is we're learning one day that Cain's got to go, and so does Father. Father, you have to take over from him. And it's really just introduce them to Mother. Mother tames them, puts a bit in its mouth. And now wherever you go and wherever it follows, it does what you tell it to do. That's it. You're no longer an unbridled beast. All right. It's pretty good shit, man. All right. So we're on to the next one, which is going to be 7. 7 is the Lord's Day. All right. A lot of people fear this day, but you don't have to.